We were receiving updates from York Regional Police about more and more impaired driving charges being laid. So we went for a ride along to find out what's going on. And what we learned is that there is a big misconception surrounding drunk driving. This is not only an issue at night, this is a problem at all hours of the day.
We were following a car who seemed to be really drunk, and there's actually just a cop car that pulled them over.
We have one under arrest for impaired.
There's just no shortage of people driving impaired on our roads. We see a lot of people that have had a lot of alcohol to drink between 10 and noon at these locations that have all driven to here.
Sergeant Andy Pattenden of the York Regional Police Traffic Services Unit brings us along for a ride. You'll notice it's bright outside.
Some of the numbers that come out of this stuff during the day are staggering.
Have you had any alcohol today?
No.
When was the last time you had any?
Last night.
Go ahead. Go. No.
By law, since 2018, Canadian police can pull over drivers without requiring suspicion they've been drinking and conduct the test.
0. Perfect. Thank you for driving sober. Okay.
Many interactions end this way, but police aren't taking any chances.
Hello, how are you? So any alcohol in the last 24 hours?
She said she hasn't consumed any alcohol?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, she said hadn't had any in the last 24 hours, so we'll just make sure. Blow.
After demanding that the driver provide a sample of her breath.
Okay, so unfortunately you failed.
What?
Okay, so turn around, place your hands behind your back.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're under arrest for impaired driving, or 80 plus. She's currently in excess of 80 milligrams of alcohol per 100 milliliters of blood, so she's placed under arrest.
This driver just blew a warn.
Between 50 to 80, it shows an alert that is 3-day license suspension.
While traditional overnight ride checks continue, officers are out in full force at all hours of the day using new technology. What stands out to me is we're talking about pulling people over during the day, in the morning, at lunch.
This is something that people don't often see, is the daytime impaired driving that we see day in and day out. There's usually a lineup here in the morning of people waiting to buy alcohol. A lot of those people have either been drinking overnight and are coming to get more, or they've been drinking during the day, like in the morning, and they're coming to get more.
This past fall, Constable Travis Gillespie was killed on his way to work following a head-on collision with an alleged impaired driver. And in 2015, drunk driver Marco Muzzo crashed into a minivan, killing Daniel, Harry, and Millie Neville Lake and their grandfather.
Dealing with that tragedy and everything that went on afterwards has hugely impacted me, and at least now I can do something about it.
As we wrap up our ride along, this sobering reminder.
This is just a few of us out here doing this today, so it's a huge problem that is continuing to increase.
Police say people calling in and reporting what they believe to be impaired drivers on the roads is a huge help, and just last week it led to an arrest and charges.